Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Happy October! It's October 1st and it is the day that we start October Daily. I will be back later today with my first video for October Daily, but I did want to drop in real quickly and let you know that my October image-zine is available on my website. That is abitofbirdsong.com. This is free. Feel free to download these pages. You can just use the images or turn them into a book. I'm collecting them, of course, because I feel like it's a part of my business and my shop, and they're just keepsakes of some of the images I've come across and some of the artwork that I've done. I wanted to show you a couple of different ways that I printed them. This is my permanent copy that I will keep on my bookshelf. Well, I will probably keep both of them on my bookshelf and print another one to use. You can print them with images on the fronts and the backs to make a little booklet. I would recommend using cardstock for this or really heavy paper because you don't want to see the images from the other side. And this is all of the images that are in the current image-zine, and this is the way that it looks when it's printed with images on both sides. Now you will notice that numbering is off, and that's okay with me. There are other various numbers through here anyway. The numbering is really for my benefit on the computer to number the spreads that I do. So don't really worry about that part. This is what it looks like when you print images on the fronts and backs of the pages. I printed another one on just printer paper. So this is cream colored cardstock. This is sort of an off-white printer paper. This is my second issue, and the girl on the front is one that I just sketched and painted with watercolor. And this is the way the image-zine looks when you print images just on one side and leave the other side blank. That way you can cut them out and use them. You can do this on any kind of paper. You could do this on cardstock to give your images some weight so that they're easier to use. It's just full of words, old photographs. There are some quotations and some creative writing in here. I put the quotes in that I used in my butterfly journal. So they're just imagined statements from someone who was creating a nature journal. Fall is such a beautiful time of year. I love to listen to the birds. I love to watch the flowers and the trees change. There's a little French alphabet card. You can see the owl. That is the date of that book that the owl came from. It's a French alphabet book, actually, and it was printed in 1890. And then you see, "Quoth the raven, nevermore." Here is an old print. I've got the name of the artist and the year and the name of the work. That is from an old magazine, I believe from the late 1800s, maybe the early 1900s. I'll have to go back and check that. And two fun little cats. You can cut all these things out and use them in your projects, and hopefully it will help you out for your October Daily. The colors are not necessarily fall in these, but these little watercolor sketches made me think about trick-or-treaters and people getting dressed up to go out and ask for candy or to walk their children around. So there are the words trick-or-treat, and here's a quotation: "I saw old autumn in the misty morn stand shadowless like silence, listening to silence," by Thomas Hood. Here are some old images. That's an old ad. I love the orange in that. And this is from a tiny little magazine called Harper's Bazaar Prospectus. Love the color in that. And there is a little child with a cloak on and a hood. And then the center is blank. One of the things that I want to do with this is make a book, make a journal for October, separate from the October Daily. But you could do this. You could print these out, make yourself a cover using the tutorial that I did recently, and you could use this side the way it is and completely journal on this side. You could journal over the top of all of this. It just gives a nice background, and then do a collage in the center. I love this old ad for flour, and I had to change it up a little bit and put which hour flower. So there are just some words and some old images, a couple more little sketches that I did, and hopefully if you want to use those, you're certainly welcome to. The skull. And the skull page, that prints, you can print that as a complete page. It would be fun to use that in a journal that you're making and use it as a full 8.5 by 11 like it is. You could do some work on the outside, but if you cut it down, it's the size of a TN. So that works out nicely if you want to use that. And then there is a library card, card catalog card, Dreams and Nightmares, an old ad. There's a little boot that I painted, and there's a bat image, the word October, a couple more old images. There's a hat that you could cut out and use it for collaging. And this ad, witch cream. Then we have a black cat, more of the quotes that I used in my nature journal. 3, that was the 3rd spread that I worked on. There, of course, is Edgar Allan Poe. And then we come to the back, September, October 2019. Hopefully I don't have any misspellings in here. It's amazing how many times I can look at something and think it's right and then check it on a different day and I think, how in the world did I not see that? At any rate, links will be below for this and for the link to the video where I showed how to make a journal cover. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back really soon with an October daily video. Bye for now.